And now, the best 60-ish seconds of your week. As we head into the Memorial Day weekend and the unofficial start of summer, my favorite season by a long shot, let's all take a moment to remember why it is that we observe Memorial Day. This isn't Veterans Day, where we pay tribute to those who have served in our military, or Armed Services Day, held just a couple of weeks ago, where we honor those currently serving our country. But rather, what used to be called Decoration Day is set aside specifically to remember those who gave the last full measure in service to and defense of our nation. And so, I think it's wise for all of us to simply take a moment, especially at 3 o'clock on Monday, a time now set aside by an act of Congress, to reflect, be silent, and remember those who fell in that heroic service to our country and all that that represents. Interestingly, Memorial Day has some threads that run through my home state of Pennsylvania. It was in Boalsburg, Pennsylvania, July the 4th, 1864, where Memorial Day was first observed, and Boalsburg still lays claim to holding the first Memorial Day celebrations. There were, of course, celebrations honoring our fallen prior to that, but that really marked the first Memorial Day, and this year marks the 150th anniversary of the Memorial Day Parade in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, which is also the oldest in the nation. Now, there's some town out in Wisconsin that claims to have had one a year earlier, but I'm sticking with Doylestown. They throw a great parade. And if you live in a community where they still have those little red poppies that were so ubiquitous when I was a kid, see if you can't wear one on Monday. And as we talk about fallen heroes, it would be remiss of me to not note that we lost this week Ambassador Faith Ryan Whittlesey, a friend of mine for an awful long time, former member of the Pennsylvania General Assembly, who went on to serve her nation as the United States Ambassador to Switzerland, 2 tours of duty there under President Reagan, and also was on the senior staff of the Reagan White House. Faith Whittlesey was quite a woman. She was the person who coined the adage that Ginger Rogers did everything Fred Astaire did, only moving backwards and in high heels. In fact, that's the title of her biography. She was a gracious woman, a tough woman. She endured an awful lot through her life, and she left the world a better place because of her service. She was a kind mentor, a wonderful friend, an inspirational leader, and a dedicated conservative. The country is better off for her service, and the world will long remember what she did, and she will be sorely missed. May she rest in peace, and may light perpetual shine upon her. There's lots of other news to discuss, but let's hold it till after the Memorial Day holiday. North Korea talks, whether the summit's on or whether it's off, there's lots to come back to, and we'll do that next week. But for now, that's the best 60-ish seconds of your week.